It's Intense Investor here coming
at you again for another
lovely episode on my YouTube channel. Tonight I want to talk a little bit about Yieldnodes. The update for the last month made a nice 8.3% of passive income on the amount of Bitcoin that I had masternoded since the end of 2020, around September, October 2020. The program's still getting stronger on a monthly, daily basis, doing very, very well. I also want to talk a little bit about STRONGBLOCK. They recently released their light paper that talks a little bit about strong chain. It didn't go into much detail as a lot of people had hoped it would, but I'll briefly go over that and give you some of my opinions on STRONGBLOCK, David Moss, you know, his past, where he built EOS blockchain, and it's still successful. It's still doing well, and they actually have some other projects that have spawned using EOS software that I've been watching too, like TLOS, which is a really good one. That's probably what EOS probably should have became, but you know, I think Strong Chain is going to do really well. It's a really unique idea. You know, instead of paying the ETH miners all those Ethereum gas fees, where STRONGBLOCK is often in the top 3 of gas guzzlers on Ethereum blockchain, a lot of that money can go back to the community because the nodes are going to be running on Strong Chain. So that's the simplest way to put it. So the idea is really good. Plus they're going to be launching other protocols like Phantom and probably others, you know, possibly like AVAX. That's not official, but I would be thinking they would probably, you know, try to get maybe Harmony 1, AVAX, you know, some of these other protocols in there. So I'm going to go over Yieldnodes first. You know, go over the profit, 8.3% profit last month. Go over SAP coin a little bit. It's one of the big coins, the biggest coin in the Yieldnodes ecosystem. It did really, really well. Go over that a little bit. The price of that keeps going up. We'll check that out. Then we'll jump over to STRONGBLOCK, and I'll do a brief review on that and just go through a couple things there. So let's get into it. So like I was just talking about, if you go to the main yieldnodes.com website, you'll see Sapphire coin. You might have to scroll down a little ways. If you go over to CoinMarketCap, enter SAP coin in, you'll notice, well, it's actually number 227. I was wrong about the top 100, but number 227, it keeps climbing. 319 million market cap. Fully diluted market cap is 330. If you look at the graph, though, I mean, look at the climb this thing has had. This is a master notable coin. You know, that's one of the big ones. You can actually get withdrawals in and Yieldnodes now. If you go to the dashboard and you go to withdraw, you'll notice you can take your withdrawal in Sapphire, and that was added a couple months ago. Yieldnodes, like I've said many times, they've been audited. They had an audit October 31st, 2021. That was actually on my birthday, October 30th. And then, you know, Q1 2021, they actually had real members go in and they reviewed the platform, the team. They got to see everything, how it's run, all the masternode systems, and verified it. So that was really great. Just, you know, they randomly picked these people, so that's another good thing also. So like I said, yeah, you can take your withdrawals now in Sapphire if you want to, and I think you can also deposit in Tether, TRC20 Tether, which is really good because Tron Network's really cheap to transmit on. If you do it with well, if you transmit USDT over Tron, it's really cheap. So I would probably maybe use that option. I've just used Bitcoin for the 21,432 euros I got masternoded. As you can see, I got about 3,447 euros I can withdraw right now. I'll probably masternode probably up to like 25,000 euros and then take some more profits. Cause I like to take my profits. I do it in Yieldnodes. I do it in STRONGNODES. I like to get that return on my investment before I put more in to the pot, to the honey pot, or, you know, whether I make more nodes too. I did make 2 more STRONGNODES, by the way, so I do got 42 nodes there, which I'm going to go over there in a little bit, and we'll go over that. But Yieldnodes ecosystem really keeps growing a lot. You keep noticing more master notable coins, you know, popping up down here in the bottom. They got their own merch store. Desanami, that's the parent company of Yieldnodes. They do got discords if you're interested for each of their coins. I'll put some links in the description to the discords for each of these masternode coins. And like I've said before, this chart here, if you'd have put, let's see, 500 euros into Yieldnodes, let's say like September 2019, it'd be worth almost 8,000 euros in 2022. So lots of growth there. I mean, this thing, that's going on 3 years in September. It's been around. So if it was some kind of Ponzi scheme or something, it would not be able to survive. But they're paying you real rewards. You lend your Bitcoin, they masternode it, and you get percentage of that back, right? If you go to the FAQ, you know, I think some of this points some of that out. Yeah, Yieldnodes pays out a minimum 85% of generated revenue to its members. That means we take a maximum of 15%. So 85% gets paid out. They only keep 15%, but they're still making a lot. Even keeping 15%, there's no telling how many millions are invested in Yieldnodes. I mean, if Sapphire's got 300 million in it, I'm sure Yieldnodes probably has more invested in it, you know, as a platform. But, you know, like I said, you can go to the dashboard, you can deposit Bitcoin Tether, TRC20 Tether, pick your poison there. You know, you can also do the wallets, transact, on-ramper, Coinify also, and some of these take Google Pay, Apple Pay on the on-ramper. So a couple ways you can deposit there as well. But I usually just pick Bitcoin. It's just a lot easier for me. I'll go over the email that we got this month. We'll look at that. But yeah, you can see all my transaction here. They all been approved. I hadn't had any bad luck with them. You know, they also got a good Trustpilot page. Let's jump over there. So looking at their Yieldnodes Trustpilot page, they got really good reviews. Mostly everything's like 90%. 91% are excellent. 563 reviews. But yeah, I mean, I think it's probably, it might be the best crypto investment you can do besides, you know, some others like UST Anchor, you know, just staking like regular coins like Cardano or Solana or something. But it's, to me, it's pretty safe. There is a lot of risk, and the CEO, Steve, you know, he always says it's really high risk and we shouldn't be advertising it as low risk. But you know, there's risk with anything, so just keep that in mind. This is not financial advice, by the way. This is my opinion of, you know, my performance in the platform and what it's did for me. So you know, you can take that with a grain of salt. You know, I'm just sharing what I've learned about it and what I think of it, you know, over the past year and a half or so of using it and being an investor in the platform. But you can see here, I mean, lots of happy people with it. I wouldn't hesitate. I mean, you can put 500 euros, I think, is the minimum investment there. So I think it's on their page actually up here. Yep, 500 euros minimum investment, 250,000 maximum investment. So check it out. Let's check this email out that he sent out, and then we'll jump over to STRONGBLOCK. So here we are on the email that Steve sent out with Yieldnodes. You know, he says we made 8.3% profit for the month. It's really impressive. They talk about the politics, how you don't really like to get in politics much, but you know, they're deeply saddened by the things going on in Ukraine. You know, so they've tried to implement a donation from withdrawable funds. You know, so they're going to set that up, yours and Steve. They're going to match all donations 100% from the funds that you want to donate. And then, like, you know, when people need to cower underground in fear and children are collateral damage, you need to act and provide help. It's very sad what's going on in the Ukraine. I don't talk about a lot of political stuff on the channel, but I do follow everything pretty heavily. Sometimes you'll see it on Twitter with some of my tweets. But the world has been on a slide the past couple years downward, I believe. And I think we're starting to see that even more. It's starting to show its ugly head. So it's going to be an interesting next couple years, I think. Yeah, there's also a lot of corruption in the U.S. too, you know, the past couple years. So it's going to be interesting how everything plays out. You know, how I want to see how American people respond to stuff in the government. You know, it's going to be interesting. So I'll just leave it at that. But anyway, he's got donation addresses here if you want to donate. I'll also put these in the description. And that's the official donation addresses set by Ukrainian government. They had a team meeting in Malta, Desanami, Yieldnodes offices. Happy to unveil the construction was hopefully the first of many Desanami hubs. So they're branching out, spreading out. It'll be a place where staking and masternoding is explained. People can get together, get funding for coin projects, learn to use this economy, get help and network, aka our gateway to the real world. So they're growing this whole universe, this Yieldnodes Desanami universe. It's got all these masternodable coins that's running the internet pretty much, you know, like Bitcoin masternodes, you know, stuff like that. They're helping run all these different masternode networks, and they're getting rewards and paying it out to their investors. So it's pretty awesome. It's one of the best things I've seen since I've been in crypto. A lot of passive income programs are scams, so be careful, but Yieldnode has been the best one I've found. So pretty happy I found it when I first got into crypto after doing a lot of research. So always do your own research too. You know, check the teams behind the projects. Check out the stuff they're developing. You know, how often they collaborate with the community. How often to do AMAs. It's all really important. So like he says, you know, this will be one of the first, but many are to follow, expanding Desanami and coin usage all across Europe and then the world. So maybe they'll come to the U.S. That'd be kind of awesome. I don't know. The SEC's been kind of tough, you know. Hopefully it'll become a great meeting spot for all of us. The space is definitely growing. And if you do want to get your payment in Sapphire, you can get that on the 4th. All other investments, like if you want to get it in BTC, it's going to be on the 8th of the month. And if you want to withdraw the next month, you need to submit your withdrawal before the 15th of that month that you're in already to get it by the 4th or the 8th of the next month. And like I just said, you can get it in Sapphire on the 4th of the next month or the 8th. And they're testing TRC20 withdrawals. So I might do that in the future instead of BTC. Because you can get a BTC withdrawal and it'd be worth like 44,000 BTC or something. And then it can drop by the time they withdraw it. You know, it could drop to like 40. So if you get it in Tether, at least it's a stable coin, you know, and you can keep, you know, some of that capital there that you've earned. So, you know, they just say, urge you to be mindful of our time and only email when you can, not get an answer or help in the forums listed below on Facebook, so we can focus on our work as always. Please stay strong despite current world events, and always appreciate some kind words here that basically tell us you're with us and you approve what we do. Went over to Trustpilot, there's a link there. There are people around claiming to be from Yieldnodes asking for deposits on Skype and other platforms. That's another thing. Watch out for scams of people that say they're from Yieldnodes. Don't never give them any kind of seed phrase or anything. Just always keep your stuff to yourself. Nobody's going to ask you for passwords, seed phrases. It's anybody legit for that matter. So don't never give anybody your seed phrases or anything, okay? And that's it for that. And I think they got a couple links down here, like the Facebook group, tutorials, login. But yeah, that's it for that. Now I'm going to jump over to STRONGNODES, and we'll briefly go over to light paper, and I'll go over my nodes a little bit. I added 2 more nodes. I got 42 nodes now. I'm excited about STRONGNODES in the future, so you know, let's see where that goes. So guys, if you want to find the STRONGBLOCK light paper that just got released, you can go to their Twitter page, go to STRONGBLOCK_IO. That's their Twitter. Scroll down. They got the tweet pinned. You click on that tweet, and it'll pull up the light paper. And then if you also want to look at their rewards, go to their Discord. I'll put a link in the description. You want to go to Tools. It's under FAQ Tools. Scroll up and go to the Mr. Irish analytics here. So click on that. It's right there. So we're going to pull this up as well. So a lot of people have been, let me check something real quick, make sure I'm recording. So a lot of people have been complaining about this rewards pool. As you can see in the blue, the community rewards, if you go back to September, they were up around 164,000 strong, the community pool, and now we're down half, about 80,000. A lot of people were concerned about that, but it does say in the light paper, if you scroll down, we'll come back to the roadmap here, or actually that's the old roadmap, but we'll go to the 2022 roadmap. But I looked through this a little bit here the other day, and they did mention that they were going to give 100,000 strong back to the community pool, which is this pool right here. If you go to that Mr. Irish analytics, so that would jump it back up to, 180,000, which we were at 164,000 last September. So that would help replenish the pool, and that would give Strong Chain a little bit of time to launch. But it does appear from looking at the light paper that Strong Chain, when you click on the 2022 roadmap, we're going to have Strong Chain launching here pretty quick. Well, Strong Chain is going to launch, it looks like probably Q3, because you got Q4 here, Q1. If you break this up in quarters, Q3 is probably like right here, Q2 is around here. But we are going to transition to the new token, the Stronger token. That's going to be part of the Strong Chain, the new ecosystem they're developing. We're going to have entangled nodes, which might mean some kind of wrapping on existing nodes, and then sizable nodes, which are probably fractional nodes. And you'll probably be able to migrate your node, maybe to another wallet. So like if you maybe made a node that wasn't on a hardware wallet on MetaMask, like a lot of people have got hacked lately, you could probably transfer that to a Trezor or Ledger hardware wallet. I do recommend putting your nodes on a hardware wallet, because you can click on the wrong website or something. If you don't got that hooked up, you can just be slurp dry pretty much instantly. So like I said, no transfer, node migration. Phantom looks like it's coming out before midway in the year. This is all speculation. This is what they're trying to achieve, There's going to be a node marketplace, so you could probably sell your node. And then Strong Chain pilot, Strong Chain launch, and then the new chain DEX, ERC20 bridge. So it's like they're going to have their own DEX, decentralized exchange. And then new chain, NAS migration. So let's go back to the light paper here. So a lot of people felt this light paper didn't kind of cover everything they wanted it to. It was kind of a little bit too brief, but some people really loved it. You can provide so much detail, but there's probably a reason why they don't provide like every tiny little thing they're working on. And David Moss has alluded to that before, that the reason they don't do that because everybody copies what they do, and it's not really real engineering. It's more of like a clown node is what people are actually doing. It's like clown engineering. So I know a lot of people are big on some other nodes like Thor. There's like the fire nodes, and those might be good teams behind there, but I just prefer to stick with the OG, original gangsta, the one that came out with it first, if I had my own opinion. So or my own choice, I should better say. So, Stronger is going to be an ERC20 token at first mint, but then when the Strong Chain launches, Stronger is going to convert to a native token with ERC20 liquidity and Ethereum and other level 1, level 2 bridges for seamless liquidity and interoperability. So the gas fees are going to be a lot cheaper on the Strong chain. Everybody hates the high ETH gas fees at the moment. So, you know, a lot of those ETH gas fees go back to the miner. If you check the gas fees, let's just check it like right now, right? So, you know, you got 40 GUI right now. StrongBlock's number 3 at the moment, and the fees in the last 3 hours were $93,000. That's 34 ETH. So imagine if that money went back to the community on the Strong chain. So it would keep recycling back to the community instead of going to Ethereum miners, right? So that's something that they're planning for having their own Strong chain. So, you know, like it says, it's going to be a community on chain. Majority of Stronger tokens have been set aside for the community with no additional team and shareholder tokens. The following is the initial proposed Strong chain token structure. It's going to be 10 million tokens when it launches. Contract address to be determined. 30%. The initial proposed model is going to go to current strongholders. Node rewards 20%, validator 20%, marketing 10%, liquidity 10%. Community DApp grants 10%. So that's the breakdown for the initial model, the tokenomics. And I'm also put a link to this white paper in the description of this video. It talks about the phases for distribution, transition, evolution of StrongBlock, NAAS protocol to Strong chain will take place in 3 phases. You're going to have this easy DeFi DApp with the rewards, which was completed. It's already a top 5 most used dApps on Ethereum. More daily transactions than most blockchains. As I just showed you, it's number 3 right now for gas on all of Ethereum, right under OpenSea and Uniswap. So really big community, really popular. A lot of people know about StrongBlock now. That's only going to help Strong chain grow when it releases, I believe. Trying to have an optimistic view on it. You know, sometimes it's easy to just look at the negative, but you know the team has been working really hard on Strong chain. There's a lot of things they've mentioned, like getting into gaming nodes. I mean, there's a lot that could be done with Strong chain that could be really profitable for Strong chain and the investors. So you got to look at it that way. You got to look at like EOS. I mean, I think it's like around top 40 coin right now, still 2 billion market cap. You got TLOS, which is another team that built on EOS blockchain. I think that's in the top 100 right now. It's really fast. It's really cheap, really secure. So David Moss helped build that, right? So you got to think about that. You got to think about projects he's been in the past. Really smart guy. He brought a great team from where he was at before, you know, at EOS to develop Strong chain and StrongBlock. So you do got to take those factors into account, you know, and where the future of Strong is going to go, which it looks like it's in good hands. So for right now, I'm going to trust these guys. I'm not going to nitpick them to death. I haven't seen nothing bad. You know, they do take their time developing stuff, but to me, that's good. If you really want to make money investing, you got to have patience, right? So the phase 2's transition to Stronger, issue new mint burn token Stronger, transition to the NAS DApp, StrongBlock community Stronger. Nodes will have the highest Stronger award percentage. So that's something to remember. Pool holders will also receive the next highest Stronger award percentage. And then anyone holding Strong in a wallet will receive a Stronger reward. So if you're just holding Stronger in your wallet, you're going to get some kind of like airdrop reward, kind of like the playable nodes I just did some videos on. They airdrop you because you're holding the NFT. The node is like an NFT, then they airdrop you the bull. So, you know, the metal NFTs are going to retain their boost value, and the NFT is going to receive Stronger rewards. Metal NFTs will also be a component of Strong chain. So it looks like everything's going to go to being Stronger, the Stronger coin before long here, and you're going to have 10 million supply. And then the Strong coin is going to be like more of like a governance token, if you will. So this third phase, you know, Strong chain, launch Strong chain, migrate to DApp, open up new economic layers, percentage of fees directly community validators, stakers, like I was saying, expand and host infrastructure, DeFi, marketplaces for nodes, NFTs, and more. So that's another big thing too. If you got your own marketplace for NFTs, nodes, you won't be using OpenSea. You can have your own marketplace where other companies and blockchains can also sell NFTs. And like it says here, a document with detailed information will be published prior to the launch. So, future of Strong. Originally, the original Strong coin was minted with 10 million tokens August 2020. And then they burned like 94% of those tokens, right? So that really didn't leave, many Strong tokens after November 2020 burn. There's only 198,520 left. So, just going back up here, just looking back through it, Strong Chain's going to be all about the community and giving value back to the community. This means to support all the ecosystem that community relies on for value that's currently in play, architecture that allows it to be the launch pad for future feature sets that are logical expansions and growth paths. And this is going to help it be more long-term, sustainable, more liquidity, right? So, you can read through a lot of this stuff. I'm going to post a link. I don't want to read all this just because it's boring as heck. But you can sit down. You can look at it yourself. You can read it. But just know, Stronger Coin's about launch. We're going to start moving towards Strong Chain ecosystem. And, from what they got planned here, it looks like it's going to be a lot more sustainable than being on Ethereum. So I'm excited about it. A lot of people are excited about it. Definitely check out the light paper. Let's go over to the nodes. I'll show you where I added a couple nodes. I got 42 nodes now. So we'll go over that a little bit, and then that'll be it. So like I said, I had 40 nodes. I added 2 more. I think I had 39 when I did my last video, and then I added 1. I took profits for about a month. I added 2 more yesterday. I've just been adding Polygon nodes. I do got 1 bronze NFT staked on number 39. You can see I claimed these yesterday. So this Polygon node's got like 0.1108 rewards in that time, and then this one's got 0.1018. So it does help a good bit. And I was even thinking too about buying some more NFTs, because the NFT price has actually gradually been going up. So I think they're only going to go higher. I wouldn't mind getting a silver. The gold's way up there. I think a gold's over $40,000. But, bronze are like maybe, I don't want to lie to you, it's probably about 1.5 Ethereum. I could look it up. And I think when I checked the silver the other day, it was like $12,000 or $13,000. Nodes are doing good. The first Polygon node I started, just for your interest and curiosity, was January 24th. As you can see, it's still outperforming my Ethereum nodes, and it was started over 30 days ago, because I claimed all the ETH nodes and the Poly nodes yesterday. The ETH nodes made 0.0814, and the Polygon nodes made 0.0977. So even that one made about a month and a week ago is still outperforming the ETH nodes, which is cool. That's what I wanted to see. A lot of people are freaking out about the taper, but the taper doesn't really seem to be that bad. And I did watch Calculator Guy's video on his update on the same thing I'm talking about. And, he talked about the taper being for possibly like a couple years. But I watched Calculator Guy's video. He talked about the same paragraphs right here, where they're talking about where in a Polygon tapered node or model, rewards are initially higher than current ETH 1.0 nodes, just like I was just showing you. They then gradually taper to reach the ETH 1.0 rewards rate, intersecting at break even. So when that Polygon node that starts at 0.125 gets to 0.091 or 92, that's going to be break even, and then it's going to have another taper And it says here, after break even, the tapering model converts to a steady, sustainable stream of passive income that tapers gradually over years to a maximum number of tokens. Now, that maximum number of tokens, nobody knows, or how many years, how many is several years, you know? So, you know, they'll elaborate on that, but it's good to know it is for a couple years. So at least this year, you know, you'll probably reach ROI plus quite a few more coins, you know, so they're going to give you the benefit of the doubt, it seems like, even though you are tapering. But, you know, I think for it to be sustainable with the rate of return that they pay you at, they do need to have some kind of tapering. They need to have some kind of something. Because if you look at like Yieldnodes paying like 8% a month, and then like, you know, STRONGNODES, I don't know if it's like 20-something% a month or 200-something% a year. You know, that's quite a bit higher to pay out, and people keep making more and more nodes. Node growth is like exponential, but then like that exponential node growth affects your rewards pool. So your rewards pool just keeps going down, right? So, you know, that's why we're moving to stronger coin, strong chain to make it more sustainable. That's why we got tapering. It all makes sense to me. You know, if they didn't care, they wouldn't be introducing any of this stuff. So you are to think about that too. They would just let it slow rug and die out if they were really trying to scam you. But I don't believe that's the case at all. Like I said, really great team. They've did a lot in the past. They want to be successful. They want to help you as the investor make money too. So that's how I see it. But yeah, got 42 nodes now. I think I'll compound up to 50. And then I'll start taking rewards again for, you know, maybe a couple months. And then, you know, I might compound some more. But yeah, I like the program. I like the team. I've said it probably 20 times in this video, but that's really all I got for now. Check out Yieldnodes, check out STRONGNODES. Both great programs. Highly recommend both of them. I'm going to keep putting probably a little bit more in each one of them. Just so I can further my investment. But that's really all I got for now. You guys have a good night. I'll talk to you later. Thank you.